Welcome everyone. Let's get a small review around Once and Future Volume 1, The King is Undead. A book that has just been released, at least this collected edition of course, by Kieron Gillen with Dan Mora in the pencils, which does a great job, by the way. It does make some cool monsters, as you can see here, and even the knights. There you go. Incredible, huh? Very good. And the colors are very good too. So, what is Once and Future about? Well, it's about King Arthur, but in such a different way that you can expect, because King Arthur here is depicted as the evil guy. Someone is trying to resurrect him. And to do so, you have to follow the myth. All of the myth has to be recreated. There have to be matchable people for the knights that help them in the original myth. So there are people being trained since youngsters to have those characteristics, so that they can embody those knights, like Percival, Galahad, right? So it would help to know a bit of the mythology around King Arthur, to understand better the roles of those knights. But it doesn't hurt too much, the book, because I don't know by heart. I recognize the names, but I don't really know what their characteristics were. If they were treasonous, if they were pure of heart, if they were good fighters. It doesn't matter. What it does matter is that this old lady that you see here is a pretty damn good fighter. She's at the level of Donny Cates' God Country, The Old Man with a Sword. Because this is a tough lady. She's at a home at the beginning, and she understands that something weird is happening, and it really is. And so she just disappears. She says she's going for a cigarette and just disappears in the wild, and then calls his grandson into the middle of the woods. And his grandson just discovers that she has a hideout filled with automatic weapons, silver bullets, and he starts discovering that his grandmother used to kill vampires and stuff like that. And that's when the first monster shows up, and our guy is put to the test. And Duncan actually ends up surprising himself in the way that he manages to repel the beast. So this is about the story goes about mostly the first half of him knowing more and more about his grandmother, and how astonishing it is, the things that she knows and the things that she's capable of. She is a really tough woman, fearless, and so she knows that something is happening, and she needs Duncan to deal with it. At the end of the book, we understand that Duncan was raised in a certain manner, so he has been, you can say, a bit manipulated by her grandmother, so that he would play an important role whenever this may happen, and yes, but still he needs to fulfill that role, and he ends up accepting it and doing it quite nicely. This is another girl that gets pulled in. She was the result of a really bad date, the date that was going down the sink when he received the phone call from his grandmother. So she works in a library and ends up being useful and gets dragged into this adventure. So there's someone in the story that is trying to bring King Arthur to fully into our dimension, and the knights and his knights. But there are some characters that need to exist too. Here is Galahad, the son of this girl. And there's some links between these people that the book reveals slowly, at a good pace, and always with, in my opinion, excellent illustrations. Look at this expression in the face of this guy. Yeah, so you end up discovering that that his grandmother has been hiding a lot of stuff, and it's very interesting to see it unroll. Yeah, so volume 1 is mostly that. Things are turning very harsh. It seems that no one will be able to stop the knight from being unleashed. He just wants to kill all Bretons. So he isn't fond of what England is nowadays. This mesh of races, or not races, but you know what I mean. At the end, there's a revelation of a new character that enters into the story that will probably, most definitely, will play a very important role in the upcoming events. So I was very surprised with the quality of the narrative here. Very good, very well written. The characters are very well built. Duncan's evolution is it's not pushed. You can see him being forced into taking more and more action and more participation, but it happens with normality because of what happens around him, or because of the circumstances. And the granny is such an incredible character. She's really sarcastic and funny. And then there's the girl that is accompanying them, which is more of a blunty little character, but also gives more variety to the story. So there's plots and twists enough to keep you entertained, and I guarantee you that you won't stop at the middle of the story. So another recommendation. Thank God I've been reading very good books lately. This is not the last one. I've got another one coming to talk to you about, which I'm enjoying a lot. So this is it. Once and Future, Kieron Gillen. If you want it, you can buy it. You can buy it at Deviant.fun.biz, of course. Otherwise, visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and hit the subscribe button if you like this video, and if you want to see more videos like this. We've got hundreds of leaf-throughs, more and more reviews every day, so it really pays up subscribing the channel, I'd say. So until then, have good reads and see you soon. Bye bye.